The super PAC back and forth, you said Mitt should take down the super PAC ads, tell them to stop. And Mitt Romney said, well, I technically could, but basically said, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen, because Obama is going to deliver Hell's Kitchen in a general election. Well, what's your response to that? You can't take the heat?
Well, my response to it is defending the right to lie as a candidate is a pretty bad idea. The Washington Post just gave the newest Romney ad 4 Pinocchios. Do you know how hard it is to write and run an ad that has 4 Pinocchios? That means there's no honesty in the ad, except maybe the tagline. And all I'm saying to admit is, look, if Romney would like to take credit and admit these are his staffers, these are his donors, this is his negative campaign, and it's dishonest, fine, I can take the heat. What I don't want to have is some guy wandering around going, oh, me, I'm really innocent because, I'm a businessman, I'm not a politician, and I wouldn't do anything negative. And gosh, I wish those people weren't doing anything negative because, gee, I really feel bad, but I can't tell them not to do anything negative because, that would be a boo-boo. What he said yesterday morning on MSNBC insulted the intelligence of every American.
Well,
Give us a break, Mitt. Just be honest.
Well, wasn't one of your former campaign guys, Rick Tyler, starting a super PAC supporting you?
Yeah. He is, and my message publicly is it had better be positive, because I will disown it and I will attack it. And if Romney wants to disown the people who have given millions of dollars, and he wants to attack his own personal staff for being negative, and by the way, being dishonestly negative, that would be an honorable thing to do. That would show he was a leader. Right now, he's proving he's learned politics pretty darn well.
Well, in the end, do you think a campaign where the substantive charges, one after the other, and many of them, I think, in that Washington Post story lays it out. We already talked about it. Ridiculously dishonest, and really, it's just cheap. What that one ad did, and I would agree with you on that. I have
enormous faith. Look, we did 6 or 7 events yesterday, 6 or 7 events the day before. We have 44 towns on our bus tour next week. I have faith that the people of Iowa can see baloney. They understand baloney. This is baloney. They want the real thing. Newt Gingrich has actually balanced the budget, reformed welfare, cut taxes. I'm prepared to run a campaign of honesty and a campaign of facts and a campaign of positive ideas. And I think people are going to look up in this kind of economy with this kind of deficit and this kind of president. We don't need to replace Obama's dishonesty with a Republican who's equally dishonest.
There are a number of folks out there who are wondering, though, if Newt the fighter isn't what the campaign needs right now, because it's all well and good to say they're unfair and they're negative and they're mean and they're unpresidential, these negative ads. But as you know, Newt, with all your experience, oftentimes negative ads do have an effect, and they're having an effect on you, which you conceded the other day. So don't we need Newt the fighter in order to stave off some of these ads?
Laura, you've got Newt the fighter. What I'm fighting for is a campaign of honesty, directness, Ronald Reagan's 11th commandment. The only person helped by Mitt Romney's attack ads is Barack Obama. The only person who's better by the attack ads of the other Republicans is Barack Obama. If you look at the poll in the last 2 weeks, Obama's positives are going up. Obama's head-to-head against Republicans are going up. And that's because the attack ads of Republicans. Now, everybody who's watched the debates has seen me. I've said over and over in the debates, let's not fight each other. We have one opponent. It's Barack Obama. I'm going to fight. For the next 2 weeks, you'll see me in Iowa fighting, but I'm going to fight for the right of the American people to expect to have a candidate who's honest, positive, solution-oriented, and I'm going to fight against. Romney has $1,400,000 in negative ads next week in Iowa. Now, that is a level of drowning people in dirt that is an embarrassment to the American system.
Well, why do you think you're going down in the polls?
Because I've had the whole number of candidates. When you're out here in Iowa and people say to you, I've gotten robo-phone calls that are negative, I've gotten mail that is negative, I've gotten 6 ads in a row in an hour that are negative, you take a temporary hit. Mm-hmm. And then you come back and you say to people, all right, if this ad was honest, I wouldn't vote for me either. And here's what the Washington Post said. It's totally dishonest.
Well, I think the Post article was fairly comprehensive. We linked it on our website. And Newt, I know you're losing sleep over the fact that Meghan McCain called Callista icey and that she was doing damage to your campaign. Meghan McCain now being touted by MSNBC as a conservative thinker.
Well, listen, let's be fair. By the standards of MSNBC, she is a conservative thinker.
Newt Gingrich, hey, have a Merry Christmas if we don't see you. Best of luck out there.